friends. Welcome to Tammy's Knitting Podcast. I'm Tammy, your host for today's podcast. Today is January 10th, the last day of my 10 days of cast on for the new year. I just wanted to go over and show you what I've gotten done on over the last 10 days and what projects I've cast on. So, thank you guys all for watching, subscribing. For those of you who might have joined in, I welcome anybody who wanted to. So let's get into today's project. Okay. So the first one is my perennial scarf that I am doing as a knit along with one of the other girls in my knit group. She got me this yarn for my birthday and gifted me the pattern, and we are doing this. I am just getting ready to add in color 6, I believe. Or am I in color 6? I think I'm in color 6. Yeah, I think I'm in color 6 right now. So I've just added color 6 into this. So yeah. One more repeat, or maybe I have to add 6. I don't know. 5 or 6 colors. This is where I got in 10 days of starting this. Love it. It's very fun. I changed the order a little bit because some of it I didn't think I was going to really see the difference, and I kind of wanted to see the difference in the fade in some of the yarns. So this is day 1. Day 2, we know I finished my hat. Day 3 is my socks. Just a vanilla sock that I have. I've got my heel flap done. I just need to turn the heel and pick up my gusset stitches, and then I'm on to the foot. So yeah, I've got my heel flap all done on both of my socks, and I'm just going to turn the heel and then pick up my gusset stitches, and then I will be on my way to finishing the toe of this sock. Shouldn't take me too long. I should have that done relatively soon. The yarn that I'm using on this is from Elk and Me. Actually, this yarn that I'm using on my perennial is from Long Meadow Farms. Okay, so that was 3. 4 is... Okay, so day 4 is my Mayma. And the pattern is by Pip and Pin. The yarn is from Cornbread Honey. It is a lace weight cosmic bowling. And then an undyed. So it's a lace weight cosmic bowling held with an undyed fingering to make it kind of a sport weight. I'm loving how it's turned out. The yarn itself on its own was, let me go to one that's not. It's caked up. It's pretty bright. And it's toning it down enough that it really looks pretty. I'm actually really liking it. I wasn't sure I was going to. I was hoping it wasn't going to wash it out too much. And it doesn't, I don't think. I like the way it is looking. But yeah, I love the pattern of this. I actually, when I start doing my 30 minutes each day, I don't want to put this down. I'm liking it that much. I really love the way this is working up. Okay. So that was day 4. Day 5 is my, whoops, dropped everything. Okay. Day 5 is my Wild Diamond cast on, and this is by Telly Bean Knits. I am using Soft and Sleek. I think it's Soft and Sleek. Yes, Soft and Sleek by Yarn Bee from Hobby Lobby. It says it's a DK weight, but it's really pretty thin for a DK weight. It's more to me like a sport weight. It's going to be a very warm cowl. But yeah, so that's day 5. Okay. Day 6 is my Silverberg. Doesn't look like I'm very far on this, but we're down short rows in the back and doing that. So we're working on our short rows for the neck shaping. Where is that hair coming from? There it is. This is Cornbread Honey, and this is, what's the colorway on this? Icebreaker is a colorway on that. Working on getting some more done on that. So that was day 6. Day 7 is my Flannel Crush. This pattern is by Samantha Gurian. And the navy blue is from Cornbread Honey, and the variegated is from Junction Fiber Mill. And I have quite a bit left. I'm hoping to have enough of this with all of this here to do all that. Sorry, I was chewing on a cough drop. Didn't mean to do that. I forget my mic is right here. Okay, day 8 cast on is my Crooner Socks. Pattern is by Nancy Wheeler. I have not done anything else with these other than the cast on the other day. I didn't get very far on these. I cast on and did a couple of rows. I got to do about 1 inch of ribbing, and then I'm going to put some of my green in. And then I think I'm going to do a stripe of pink and add green into the pink. I don't know. I'm really minimal on how much color I have here. And I got to figure out what's the best use of the color that I have. I would like to do this pattern because I think it would be neat. They're gonna end up being shorties of a sort, because I'm not gonna have enough yarn to do long socks. But I want to do the pattern on them. So I just have to sit and figure a couple of things out, do a little bit of math. Nothing terrible. Okay. My day 9 cast on is my Kayla. And I got a couple of rows put on this last night or yesterday when I cast it on in the afternoon. It's really pretty pattern. This is one that it's kind of lacy on the top. It's a top down, so you knit the front, then you knit the back. And once you get them to a certain point, then you connect them together and knit in the round. So your sleeves are kind of like a square sleeve, and they're knitted front with the front panel and the back panel. And then you just put a little bit of a ribbing on the sleeves. This pattern is Kayla by Pip and Pin, and the yarn is from Cornbread Honey. It is Sprite. I've had this for a little while, and that pattern has been in the bag with this yarn for quite a while. So I figured I really needed to work on it. Excuse me. Work on it and get that done. Okay, so the 10th and final project that I cast on for my 10 days of cast on, and I did this morning before I had to go to a couple of meetings. I just got home a few minutes ago from everything, but this is my Comeback Cardi. This is yarn that I got when I went to the retreat. It is this Lana Loft, and it's called Saltwater Taffy. So I got a bunch of that. The pattern is from, it's Comeback Cardi by Cozy Up Knits. But yeah, I didn't get as much done on some of the projects as I wanted to. I was kind of hoping I would possibly get my socks done. And we had some things come up, and I just was not able to knit as much as I wanted to a couple of days. I did try to get 30 minutes of knitting on everything every day, except for yesterday. Yesterday was another busy day. I had appointments all afternoon. I took the day off, and I thought, oh, I'll get to doing things. It took me a lot longer to cast on my Kayla and get that going because it was a new stitch, and usually learning a new stitch and everything takes me a little bit of time. I also, on my Wild Diamonds, I was quite a bit further on that, and I realized I dropped a stitch about 8 rows back, and I just figured I would start over. So I think I'm about where I was with that when I had to rip it all out and start over. But yeah, the only thing that I didn't work on yesterday, I did work on every project except for the Crooner Socks. Those were the only thing I did not get any mileage put on, was the Crooner Socks yesterday. But I am leaving tomorrow morning to go to a retreat for 4 days, and I'm taking all of my knit projects, and we're going to see how much we can get done on our projects for the week. We have 4 full days of knitting, a couple-hour drive tomorrow, and then a couple-hour drive on the ride home on Wednesday. Driving, so I will not be knitting. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how much I can actually get done. I would like to possibly come home with a couple of finished projects if I can. Hopefully these socks might be finished, and possibly my perennial, my very first day cast on. I know the sweaters are not going to be done. The Flannel Crush could possibly be done. Once I start working on that, it goes relatively fast. But yeah, I know the sweaters are not going to be done, but the cowls could possibly be done. And so could the socks. So we'll see what we plan on doing on those. But I'm hoping to get at least 2 projects completed. I am taking all of my projects, which is another 3 more projects. I think it's 3 more projects. I have my Spectre. I have my other Comeback Cardi. And what else do I have? Maybe it's only 2 other projects that I have. I can't remember. I know I'm taking the Spectre, and there might only be 1 other project downstairs. I thought there was 2. I don't know. I can't think of the other project that I have on the needles that I didn't just start. I can't think of it. Not at all. But yeah, so that's where we're at with those. Like I said, I hope to be able to do a little bit of filming and showing what some of the girls are working on around the tables and stuff. That's my plan. I am going to Cornbread and Honey tomorrow before I go to the retreat because it's right around the corner. And yeah, she's starting a whip down. So all of my 10 projects that I just cast on will be on the whip down. So these are the projects that, you possibly could get done this year. Yeah, I don't have a ton. I got a lot done before the end of the year last year. That was my plan, was to try to get as much done as I could, and I did. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm taking only 2 or 3 projects from last year into this year. Excuse me. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Hopefully in a couple of weeks, by the end of the month, I can do an actual full podcast and show you where I'm at with everything that I have. I did do some cutting out of some bags. I have some Valentine's bags that I'm hoping to get done and allow them to be shown on the podcast as well. But that is going to be it for today's video. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up, a look of where I was after 10 days of cast-ons and what I got done. Like I said, I didn't get as much done as I would have hoped to get done, but I did take one day out and cut some bags out because I was itching to do some sewing and I just didn't want to sit and knit. So I ended up cutting some bags out. So that took away from a bunch of extra knitting. I could have gotten quite a bit more done, but that's okay. I knew I wasn't going to get all of these projects done in the 10 days. So yeah, thrilled that I got the hat done. It was only a 2-day. I started it one day, finished it the next day. I knew that wouldn't take too long, but it was a hat that I wanted to do and wanted to get on and off the needles as well. Yeah. So that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, and commenting on my videos. I really appreciate it. For those of you who this might be the very first video you're watching, consider subscribing. It does benefit me by you guys subscribing to my channel. And if you ring the bell and hit the notification button, you'll get notified when new videos are sent out. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good day. Bye.